What up, everybody? Today we are back with another video, and we will be reacting to the Avengers Doomsday, y'all. That's right, the Avengers Doomsday. Marvel finally released the trailer. Okay, Marvel themselves. Okay, this is not one of those fan made trailers, AI made trailers. This is an official trailer from Marvel themselves. Four teaser trailers later, of course. Okay, we had Captain America, we had Thor, then we had Wakanda, then we had X Men. Actually, ended off with X Men. This is something I feel like is going to set the foundation of a new phase in Marvel. It's going to be so many storylines brought up, and I am here for it, y'all. I am here for it. Let's go ahead. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Keep supporting your girl, her channel, and its growth. Let's go, y'all.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
We are already off to a good start. Like, we are already off to a good start, y'all. Y'all just seen it yourself. We have the OG, the legend himself, Patrick Stewart. We have him back, y'all. You can't bring back the X-Men and not have Professor X, the original Professor X, Professor X, like that. Like, you, you just can't do it. All right, now I will say it is very heartwarming to see him back, especially after seeing him done off in Logan. But I hope with them bringing back Magneto, he plays both of them. As a matter of fact, come back as a dynamic duo. All right, I feel like that would really make such a strong impact. But we'll see. We'll see. But so far, we're off to a good start. I'm loving what I'm seeing. It's a lot of emotion going on. It's very intense.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me.
Yeah, so another 5 seconds in, right? It's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving how I see Thor actually being the center of attention, speaking up as if, he's the new leader. I mean, I think he could possibly be the one leading the pack. All of them, right? All superhero families, right? You had everyone in the same room, from Fantastic Four, the new Avengers, to the OG Avengers. You had all of them in the same room, and I'm loving it. Now, I am kind of taken aback. Namor sitting in his throne, um, as if he is demanding his troops to attack the Wakandans. Because I could have sworn in the new Black Panther movie, they kind of had like some sort of agreement, right? They kind of came to terms. So maybe something happened in the midst that we will see for ourselves when the movie release. But maybe I got to look back into it. But again, off to a good start. Seems like Thor is going to be taking the lead. Now, it did kind of throw me off because I was kind of expecting a surprise appearance from somebody from the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Um, Even though there were a lot of people talking about who special appearances was going to be, and who the cast was going to be, Marvel is always good at just surprises. I was at least hoping to see Rocket. I'd have even took Drax. Okay, I'd have took Drax. I'd have took Mantis, but I would have loved to see Rocket back at least. That was one of his right hand men when it came to the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it would have been nice to have seen that. Even Peter Quill, I would have loved to have seen Quill in the room with them, but that would have been a little bit too much. I don't think their storylines would have intertwined. I don't think that it would have made sense. From what I remember, Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't even in the Doomsday comic book, so it wouldn't have made sense. But Marvel does a lot that doesn't make sense. So whatever, I'll take it.
Far less than this one.
Oh, oh, yep, yep, perfect. The perfect match. The perfect match. Gambit and Shang-Chi. Now, 6 movies later, I'm glad to see Shang-Chi. It's about time. They didn't let all of these different storylines go which way and which way. And they finally bring back Shang-Chi. Just like at the end of the Shang-Chi movie. You finally get not a special appearance from Blade, but you get a little quick synopsis of, something relevant to Blade. But then when you see Blade movies later, you see him in Deadpool. It's like, how does that work? Well, what did that have to do with Shang-Chi, right? But all in all, I'm glad to see Shang-Chi, glad to see Gambit. It's a perfect match right there because they both, they fight flinging things off of their bodies. Okay, cards, and then you got rings, and then you got them just flying everywhere. I love to see it. I love to see it. They're both great, great, great fighters. And they picked two great actors to actually play the roles.
Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles. Presume nothing except this. If you return.
I love it. Magneto. What did I tell you, y'all? They gotta bring Magneto back. Even if they're not as active, I mean, respectfully, they are a little up there in age, so they probably won't do much. But just to maintain in those roles as mentors, leaders, they don't have to do much, right? They could probably still, flex their superpowers and everything, every once in a while. They don't have to be in the field, but their presence still should be known in the movie, right? We're not expecting them to do much. They did enough throughout the trilogies of X-Men. Ant-Man, he's he's came a long way. He's came a long way, so I'm glad to see him here. This is a lot, y'all. This is a lot.
Return has brothers and sisters. But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
Not Iron Man.
Awesome.
Not Iron. Captain. I'm about sick of y'all. Captain America, y'all. Captain America, y'all. Now we've already seen the teaser trailer, so we knew he was going to come back. But that's cool how they just made that happen. But I was expecting. I don't know why I just heard Tony's voice for a quick second. For a quick second, I thought that was Iron Man because we all know Iron Man is supposed to be some sort of not variant of Doomsday in this movie. I mean, Doomsday is supposed to be some sort of variant of Tony Stark in this movie, but I would have at least thought that it was going to be like a psych gotcha moment. I'm not really Tony Stark. I'm actually whatever. Don't even worry about it. At this point, my mind is racing because that just threw me off. I thought it was Tony Stark for a second, but I love it. This is very emotional. Yes, we are here. We are here. Wow, that was nice, y'all. And I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the last trailer. This is probably just a start off trailer. Again, they had 4 teasers, but with this being such a huge movie coming out this year, probably the biggest movie since Deadpool. Marvel seems to They seem to typically make a big impact on mainstream media when it comes to their movie releases. You had Infinity War, you had Endgame, you had the Fantastic Four, you had New Avengers, you had Deadpool. Not so much of a lot of the Spider-Man movies, but you know, more so like Avengers and like the famous Marvel family movies. Um, I'm sorry, Marvel superhero family movies. Fantastic Four, Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy. They pretty much make a big impact when it comes to Marvel movie releases. I will say I'm kind of. I was hoping to see Guardians of the Galaxy of some sort. I really was. I was hoping to see maybe Rocket, maybe Groot, maybe possibly Adam Star Lord. I'm sorry, I said Adam Star Lord. Adam Warlock. And maybe even Star Lord. But that would have been too much to ask because that would have probably been another storyline added to the movie. And really they're not even in the comic book series of Doomsday, itself, so it wouldn't have made sense. But Marvel always tends to make things happen, so it wouldn't have been a disappointment, especially for those who love to see Guardians of the Galaxy intertwined with the Avengers, assemble. I am excited. I love it. I love to see it. They have the OG Avengers still there, Falcon, um, Ant Man, Thor. I'm not. I, I'm pretty sure Hawk is not going to make any appearance whatsoever. He probably won't even be mentioned. Spider Man either. I think at this time Spider Man was probably off doing his own little thing. So he was probably pretty busy in his own world. I cannot wait. Unfortunately, it does come out in the wintertime, so we would have to step out into the snow, y'all. But it's worth it. Marvel know they are worth it. So, hope y'all liked it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below.